Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. I'm Michelle, and today we're going to be talking about the basics of keto. We're going to be talking about what keto is, what foods to eat, the benefits of keto, and I hope that we can have a great time doing it. Let's have some fun. Make sure to share and like my page. Make sure to subscribe just to get the best info, to get the best videos. We're going to start ramping up our cooking maybe this weekend. So I hope to share a lot of great recipes with you and have a lot of fun. So let's dive right in. First, I'm going to be talking about what is keto. Keto is a low carb and high fat diet. The way it works is once your body stops running on so many carbs, it uses the fat as energy. Usually, carbohydrates give you energy. However, in this diet, the fat is increased. So, since you are using the fat as an energy source, you actually burn more fat, making you lose weight. In the beginning, sometimes it'll be as much as 2 to 3 times as fast, depending on how you're doing with the diet, how strict you are. I don't like to refer to it as a diet. I'm thinking of it as a lifestyle change because I have really adapted it. I've really made it work for us, for my kids. Everybody eats it, it's all incorporated, and I think everybody's doing extremely well and eating extremely healthy. Even my kids, last night I made a keto tortilla, and Adriana absolutely loved it. She said, "Mom, this is the best thing that I've ever tasted." So not only is it healthy, it tastes great. So I hope to get into some things this weekend, some videos about making some food. Maybe you guys can leave me some comments and tell me what you think some of my first dishes would be. That would be awesome. Then I can see what you guys want to make. Maybe we can make some new stuff. This is going to be so much fun. Okay, so now that we've talked about what keto is, I want to talk about the health benefits. So some of the health benefits are, well, just overall losing the weight, being healthy, feeling like more energy. I cannot tell you now how much energy I actually have now that I'm doing the keto. I feel like so much more energy, and I feel like I'm ready to go. My skin feels healthier. Just overall, the health benefits are so wonderful. Keto also has great effects if you have pre-diabetes or diabetes. The way it works is since you're using your fat source instead of the carbs, you're eating less sugar, and you're using that fat source to run your body. And I've seen studies that say great things about it. They say that within 6 months, a majority of people that they studied were able to either decrease their insulin or move off their insulin. So I think this is just a wonderful thing. If you are just not in a healthy spot, great. It will help you so much. I can't even tell you how good you will feel after doing keto. The other thing is hypertension. If you have high blood pressure, then it will help with that because it will lower your cholesterol. And my dad has told me that his blood pressure is down. My husband, his blood pressure is probably through the roof, but but I think it's just a great way to overall make you a lot healthier. So now we're going to move on. I have made a food pyramid of keto for you guys. And this is basically a breakdown of how keto is. So they say that you should have about 60 to 75% of your diets being fats, 20 to 30% of your diets being protein, and 5 to 10% being carbs. So I don't know if I completely agree with this 60 to 75% being fats, but it does have to be a good portion. The only other problem that I see with the pyramid is that they don't include greens really in this one, and probably at least 20 to 30% I like to have as some form of non-starch vegetables. So the things that you should stay away from are bread, pasta, rice, corn, milk, potatoes or starchy vegetables, fruit that's non-berries, just because regular fruit has a lot of natural sugars in it, so it's higher in carbohydrates. So berries like raspberries, blueberries, that kind of thing are all good because they're lower in natural sugar. So if you do like fruit, berries are a great way to go. And then just overall sugar, anything with sugar in it, like cookies, brownies. I do use a lot of alternative sugar in my diet, and we'll be comparing that later. So I hope to talk a little bit more about that later on, but this does not mean that you cannot have cookies or brownies or anything ever. You know, I still continue to lose weight, and I'm eating cupcakes and brownies and cookies, and I feel great, and I just hope that we can all share that and make a lot of fun cooking videos too. So the things that are good for you, like I talked about, berries, those are good. Nuts and dairy, awesome. And by dairy, I kind of mean like cheese, maybe like almond milk might tie into like a little bit of nuts and dairy. Non-starchy vegetables like lettuce, kale, broccoli. There's a whole ton of vegetables that you can eat and make them taste amazing. You might think salad, oh, I'm not that into salad, but you can spice it up. You can literally put anything on it, from shrimp to chicken to all sorts of veggies, and hopefully I can be posting some salads too to give you guys some different ideas for how you might want to spice it up. And proteins are great. I love proteins. We're eating, you know, burgers and fish and shrimp and chicken and lamb and just all kinds of meats, and getting it all in there. And I would say that that is at least a good 30% of my diet, and it tastes delicious. And then the other thing that's really, really key to this diet is the healthy fats. Healthy fats would be like butter, avocado, olive oil, just things that are really healthy. And I want to talk about this a little bit more because, you know, some people think the keto diet is like all bacon and butter and heavy cream, and that, to me, that's not really what it is. I don't actually even use a lot of heavy cream in my cooking. I think that when you see a recipe and it calls for like a whole thing of heavy cream, I just think that's unnecessary. It's too much. And I like to feel like I'm eating healthy and eating clean, and I hope to share that with a lot of you guys. So that's the food pyramid. Next, I'm going to get into a little bit about what I buy when I'm shopping, so that way when I'm making recipes, or when you're making your first list starting out, you know, you're like, well, what do I buy at the store? I can't buy bread and pasta and rice. So this will give you an idea about some things that you can buy as like a baseline. These are the things that I buy every single time when I go to the store. Great things to have in your house. So one of the first things that I always buy is an avocado. We love avocados. Use avocados all the time. I put them on my salad. I put them on my wraps. I put them on everything. I think it's great. They're really healthy fat, really good. It tastes good, and it gives you so much energy. I eat avocado all the time. Probably I eat 2 or 3 a day. It's awesome. Another thing is butter. Butter is an essential fat. You don't want to go crazy eating a whole stick of butter in a meal or anything, but butter is good for you to have if you are baking something, making something, cooking something. Most recipes either call for butter or oil or my next thing, cream cheese. We use a lot of recipes with cream cheese. It helps blend a lot of things, make a lot of doughs, and it tastes great. Another essential fat to have in your house is olive oil. Any kind of olive oil, it doesn't matter, whatever's on sale. I know it's expensive, so whatever you can get cheap, that's usually what we try to get. Some of the other bases for what I eat, like every day I have a salad for lunch. And so I buy all different kinds of salads. I buy spinach, I buy spring mix, whatever you feel like, whatever you're interested, whatever you're going to eat. I buy that. I probably go through like 6 of these a week, so I make sure I stock up. Another key thing to have in the house that a lot of recipes depend on and a lot of cooking depend on is eggs. Eggs are great. You can do a lot of things with these for breakfast. You can do an omelet. You can do scrambled eggs. You can do hard boiled. You can do over easy. You can do over hard. You can do a little tart with them. You know, basically anything you can do. These are great to have around if you're just like, I'm hungry, I need a snack. They're great snack to just, pop on the stove and microwave them, whatever you need to do. It's a great thing to have around, a great thing if you're just looking for something really quick to eat and you don't want to venture off to some junk food. So I love to have eggs. I usually have 1 or 2 dozen in my refrigerator at a time. So something else that I usually keep around is almond milk. Almond milk is a great alternative to milk. You might not think that milk has a lot of sugars in it, but it actually does. So almond milk, you can get the unsweetened. Sometimes they have the unsweetened vanilla. I think it's delicious. I used to not be crazy about it before, but now that I've learned to appreciate it a little bit more, and I will have a cookie and I'll have a glass of almond milk and I'll feel really great. I'll feel like I'm somehow cheating, but really, almond milk is the way to go. Some other staples are coconut flour and almond flour. Now, if you have a nut allergy, then coconut flour is definitely the way to go. You can make almost anything that you would think of as like a dough with coconut flour. Also, almost any dessert you can make with coconut flour. So, if you have a nut allergy, coconut flour is definitely the way to go. Even if you don't have a nut allergy, I use it for my pizza dough, and I think it tastes like I'm eating something off of a really delicious pastry. It's wonderful. But they also have almond flour if you want to not have like that almond, that coconut taste. If you want to just use the regular almond flour, that's a great alternative too. When we get a little bit more into baking, I don't have any. Usually I use the Lily's chocolate chips, or at the store they sell the Hershey's sugar-free chocolate chips. Any sugar-free chocolate chips will work. Amazon has a huge selection of them. And like I said, I've seen the Hershey's ones at Dave's or Stop and Shop, so you can get on that too. Sometimes I'll buy the 60% bittersweet chocolate. It does have a little bit more sugar, but the kids love them. They think they're great. And there's not as much sugar as regular like semi-sweet or milk chocolate. So those are usually what I use in my baking. If I'm making muffins or cookies or brownies or anything, I put chocolate chips in everything. Another thing that it's not key to keto, but it's key to me is chicken salad. I love to have chicken salad. There's all different kinds: rotisserie chicken, tarragon chicken. You can make your own chicken salad and basically put like whatever you want in it. And that's great. That's basically what I have for breakfast every single morning. I will take a little lettuce wrap, and you don't have to buy anything specific. Now they have just like the single leaf lettuce, and I'll just put like some cheese in it, some chicken salad, and that's my breakfast. Awesome. It's quick, it's easy, I don't have to think about it. If I don't make it the night before, then, because usually I'm running around like a nut doing homework and everything, and if you don't make it the night before, if you don't have time to do meal prep, it's a great alternative to have because it's quick and easy and you can make it right there and it's done. So if you can make like prep eggs and do meal prep the night before or on whenever your day off is, that's a great alternative to have. But it's also a great thing to have some things that you can just throw together really quickly in case you're at that point where you're like really hungry and you're like, what's there to eat? As a mom, I'm always like, what's there to eat? I got 5 minutes between diaper changes and school. So anyways, things like that are great. Or the other thing that I do with my chicken salad is they have these pre-made cheese wraps now. It's like a big round circle of cheese, and you can put literally anything in it. You can make a wrap out of anything that you want and just put it in the cheese. Put some lettuce in it, put some protein in it, and go from there. Build it however you want to build it, but the cheese wraps are highly recommended. I love those too. I almost always have those. Trader Joe's is a great place to go. I'm plugging them now. But things like these Kale Chips, these are delicious. They're very low in sugar, and that's a great thing to have on hand for a snack if you're just like cruising around the kitchen and you're like, want something to munch on. The other munchy food that I have is these broccoli florets. Delicious, delicious, delicious. The Kale Chips and the broccoli florets are definitely my go-to snacks. Love them. And that's my video for today. So if you guys have any questions, comments, I would love to hear them. Write them in the comments. I also really want to know what you guys want to eat for your first meal, what you guys want the first recipe to be. Let me know. Hit me up, put a comment, put a like, share my page, subscribe, do everything, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!